okay. You just gotta have a man in your bed digging all up in your ass, and then he climb off for you and you didn't even come. Some of you like that shit. I personally don't understand why, but some of you actually are okay with the male creature getting a nut off of you and you didn't even come. Now, T.O. girl, all right, that's the only one. DJ, I guess every time you sleep with a male creature, you come. You have an orgasm. You have a pleasant experience. DJ, don't hide. DJ, we see you. There's nowhere to go. And we're not getting on you if you actually enjoy having sex with another person, male or female, more than you enjoy having sex with yourself. It's okay, boo-boo. We're not going to chastise you. We're not going to beat you up for it. We understand. It's okay. One size does not fit all. I'm all up in your business. I'm going to call out your motherfucking name. And yes, we're going to get all in your business. Leia, what's really good with you? I'm picking on all of y'all. There's nowhere to go. If you are in this comment section tonight, we're going to find out the tea on your ass. Leia, what's good? Leia, do you enjoy having sex with yourself more, or you enjoy having sex with somebody else more? But yes or no? We know you here, boo-boo. Answer the question. Do you enjoy having sex more with yourself or with somebody else? If you enjoy having sex with yourself more, put the word self in the comment. Put the word self in the comment if that's you. If it's not you, put the words somebody else.
Why is she worried about
she's shy.
Who they sleep with?
She's taking a long time. She's shy. I told y'all, if y'all gonna be up in my motherfucking channel, we gonna get all. Oh shit.
She's horny and wants to live vicariously through these women.
Are clutching your invisible.
Here we go.
ASAP Rocky pearls, and you're like, oh my god. Yes. I know. Ooh, girl. DJ. DJ's playing it safe. She said both. Okay. And here's the thing. Those of you who picked, no, I don't sleep. No, color gal, I do not sleep. And being that you on the scene of the crime, do you enjoy, and we know you just had a baby, or you about to have a baby, color gal. We're not going to tell nobody, okay? I doubt very seriously your man is watching this channel. Do you enjoy having sex with yourself more? Or do you enjoy having sex with a man more? I'll wait. I'll wait. We waiting on you, color gal. No, don't try to slide out of it. Answer the question. Answer the question, boo-boo. We're not going to say nothing. Do you enjoy having... See, she's hesitating. We're not going to... Oh, okay. You like sex with Brett. She playing it safe. She playing it safe because she probably got her man listening in the next room.
She ain't telling her business.
She's like, shit, I can't tell on myself. Nope. Do you come every time you have sex with him? Do you have an orgasm every time you have sex with Brad? Yes, we all up in your Kool-Aid. Because we know exactly what... Color gal. Okay. So, all right. You playing. You playing games. You are not answering the question. Do you have an orgasm each and every time that you fuck that Brad, your baby daddy? It's a yes or no question. Mostly.
She was hesitant on Brad.
Okay.
She about to say something else.
We got some wiggle room. Mostly doesn't. You see, we know somebody please help me out with this girl. She doesn't come every time.
She said
mostly means there's wiggle room. There are times when this nigga climbed on top of your ass.
You don't want to believe it, Crystal Swirls.
You did not have an orgasm.
I don't know why these girls tell you
there's
anything.
no shame in that.
If it don't happen to you,
I bet
it's
you
not
he
believable.
don't know that. He probably thinks, because you know men got a fragile ego, he probably thinks every time he climb on top of you, he doing something. And I know, and you got a baby now? The reason why you are up is because you are checking on your baby that is crying.
Unlike you with Angelo.
Okay, so if you up at this time checking on a crying ass baby, okay, that you cannot tell me, okay, that sometimes you be tired and this nigga wants some pussy and you like, damn, you rolling your eyes like, oh God, the baby's crying. And this nigga, you come back to the room and this nigga's dick is hard. He like, oh God, I gotta perform my wifely duties. And he just do the bare minimum. He probably, sucks your breasts a little bit, fingers you a little bit, and then he want to get to the good part. And you like, oh boy, I hope this nigga hurries up and finishes. I hope he hurries up and finishes. But you see, I noticed something about you girls. A lot of you girls that are in a situation of color gal, y'all not gonna admit that, it's not all it's cracked up to be. Okay? Now look at what happens when you have sex with these creatures, especially the male creatures. Okay?
Oh, do tell us, Crystal.
Now you have a baby. Okay? So there is consequences for having sex with a male creature. And now that you have a baby, color gal, I know your ass is terrified of getting knocked the fuck up. Wait. And this is why you love Crystal Swirl so much, because I get all the way funky on your ass, and I say things that most people do not want to say. You are absolutely scared to death of getting pregnant again. And please don't think that it can't happen. I'll wait. You running from the dick. You are running from the dick, color gal. And I could feel your energy on the other end of the phone. You are laughing your ass off. You say, damn, Crystal, why you telling all my shit? Yup, because I know exactly what you're going through, sweetheart. Okay? Because we all hear stories of women that get pregnant back to back. So don't think for a second that man don't want some coochie. That man wants coochie. Okay? And you know he wants coochie. Okay, this is what I'm talking about when you pay the price of being with a male creature, of being married to one, or being his girlfriend, or living with him. You gotta give up your ass. And what comes along with that? The fear of pregnancy. Don't think for a second that color.
Not every woman in a relationship is forced to have sex or feels that way.
Leia, I'm going to address you in a second. But Color Gal is laughing because Color Gal, even though she just had the baby, she is under intense pressure to have sex with her Brad. You don't think this nigga is harassing her right now? She just had the baby. She's, she probably hiding from this nigga. And trust and believe, there's times that she's laying in bed with this motherfucker and he's poking her with his hard penis. Okay? He said, oh, come on, can you just suck it a little bit? Come on. And she's like, oh my God. I really don't feel like it. And listen, ladies, like I said, when you deal with a male creature and you're married to him or that's your fiance or whatever the case is, you are a masturbation device. Color Gal.
Color Gal says, I'm not hiding. If told him he can hit it, but he said no. So now, he's not forcing her.
On the line, because you jumped up and said, I'm not hiding. I am not hiding. If I told him he can hit it.
He said he don't want another kid so fast. I had a C-section.
Really?
I got to wait for the doctor to clear me.
What man turns down coochie?
I'm telling you the truth. See? She just busted your narrative.
Damn, you going through hell.
What hell?
You had a C-section?
Oh, that.
So let's paint a clear picture. All right. You done got your gut cut open, which is very painful. You probably can't even sit up without pain shooting across your midsection.
Oh.
And he sees how in pain you are, and he feels guilty. Okay? Because don't know, at the end of the day,
she just busted your whole forced to have sex narrative, and so now you're saying this shit about the C-section.
They see the pain, and they're like, damn, this is what my dick did? Yep. And you know the motherfucker don't like to wear condoms. No man likes to wear condoms. So he probably feels guilty that he put you through that type of pain. This nigga, let me tell you what your man is doing, sweetheart.
She would say anything. She went from forced to have sex. Oh, I bet he has for some coochie. And Color Gal lets you know that he's not. So now you just jump to, the C-section, he feels bad. Ooh. Shh. She busted that narrative. Now you gotta come up with something else. Let's go.
Your man is watching pornography. He waits till your back is turned. And I know you laughing because you know I'm telling the truth. He waits until your back is turned.
We get, okay, right.
Male identified. I won't say you are, but you sounded. Now look at what she said. Can't feel shit with condoms. I didn't know you had a dick. I didn't know you had a dick. Listen to me, sweetheart. You just got your gut sliced open.
She's so disgusting.
They cut through muscle, they cut through fat, they cut through your uterus to get that baby out. And you mean to tell me, you gonna tell me can't feel shit with condoms? You don't got the dick, he does. You let him push his agenda onto you. Because you're not the one that got to wear the condom. You're getting penetrated. So make it make sense why you would say a statement like, I cannot feel shit with condoms. You in trouble. I'm calling you out. You are in trouble, Color Gal. And this is what I'm trying to tell all you women out there. When you got women like Color Gal in these type of situations, he's telling her, because he want raw, wet coochie.
You were praising her a minute ago.
That's what your Brad wants, and he gonna give you his sob story.
She says because when I use condoms, I can't feel shit.
You fell for the bait. Now, I want you to think about that shit.
It's not a man telling me that.
Every time you sit up in bed and that shooting pain
rips across your midsection. So Color Gal is correcting her. Will she pay attention and acknowledge it?
Takes a long time to go away. I want you to think about, I can't feel shit with condoms.
She's telling you that he didn't tell her that's how she feels.
Okay, where did that get you?
You're not reading her comment. Because this is a man
that wants raw coochie.
Read her comment, Crystal. She's telling you it's her thinking, like this not forever. His.
A couple of months down the road, you're going to heal. You're going to feel better. And he's going to be right back up in that ass talking about, I can't feel shit with condoms. And you're going to open up them legs.
She is saying that. But Crystal will not read the comments.
Hold up. I just want to have a good night. Hold up.
That's not him talking. That's Color Gal.
You are so terrified of getting pregnant.
Oh boy, here she go, that narrative.
This is the shit I'm talking about. All of these women that live with these male creatures, okay? Now, Color Gal, do you really think if she is having sex with her man, 2 months from now, she's all healed up. Do you really think that she's gonna enjoy it?
She just completely ignored Color Gal's last 2 comments.
Color Gal, you quiet. I noticed that you're very quiet.
You ignore her comments.
You're not gonna enjoy it because you're terrified that you're gonna get pregnant again. Now it's clear to me.
And she said she's going back on the IUD.
That's why you ended up in this situation in the first place. Now look at this situation. She said, I'm going to go back on the IUD. Oh my God. Jesus, Lord help us.
Oh, you read that, but you wouldn't read the fact that she said she don't like condoms because she can't feel anything.
Factor with the IUD, and that it can puncture your uterus.
Crystal swirl is disgusting. Everything is disgusting.
You do know that's the part that the doctor doesn't tell you. Okay. You could actually hurt yourself if you get uterine perforation. Look it up. Uterine perforation from using the IUD. And there have been cases of women who got a punctured uterus and they had internal bleeding and complications from using the IUD.
She says she's aware of the risk, and she's had IUD 3 times.
So this is okay. So she said, "I'm aware of the risk."
Okay, so leave her alone.
I've had the IUD 3 times. Okay, and there's always a first time for everything. You could have an IUD 100 times.
You're trying to scare her, Crystal.
If you're that 101st
and
time,
she's letting you know,
the uterus gets
I already know the deal. You're trying to scare her.
All because this nigga does not want to wear a fucking condom. All because he told you, oh, I can't feel anything. So you got to risk puncturing your uterus? And now look at what she says.
Everything's a risk these days.
And I don't want you to get mad at me, Color Gal, but I got to keep it funky. I can't have it any other way, sweetheart. She said, don't take the shot. It made me gain mad weight. Okay? So let's examine this shit now. You are risking a punctured uterus. You are risking getting fat. Because I was on the shot, the Depo-Provera, and I'm suffering from bone loss, which is very painful in my spine. Okay, I am in massive pain to this day because of them goddamn shots that I took for 3 years straight. And it made me gain a lot of weight. It fucked up my metabolism and I got fat, even though I was eating correctly. Okay, so these are all the things that you are willing to put your body through. C-sections, getting your gut slit open, having a baby. All right, these are all things
all
that you're going through because you laying up with a man.
Not because of a shot.
Let that sink in.
Crystal swirls. You just lazy.
All because he wants to enjoy the wetness and tightness of your vagina. You cannot tell me these creatures are not selfish. And it's only going to get worse, Color Gal. Okay, you gained a lot of weight, and it's going to be hard to get the weight off because when you get on that stupid-ass shot or the pill, okay, it resets your metabolism. That's the part that the doctors are not going to tell you. So you willing to get fat over some dick? He's getting 100% of the pleasure. Now, you're the one that got up to see about the crying baby. This nigga still laying in bed. You got up to see about the baby. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why women are divesting from male creatures. Because when you look at the unfairness of everything, and how you're the one that your body's going through all of these changes, not his. He's getting all that wet, juicy coochie. He's laying up in the bed while you get up to see about the baby.
If she just had a baby, she probably has to breastfeed. So
this is why I don't understand why women are not, why they feel guilty being hypergamous. Men and babies are a lot of work. C-sections, getting fat from a shot or the pill. Then you got to go on a diet. Okay? It's a lot of work, sweetheart. Listen. This is, shout out to Goddess Hathor. Goddess Hathor.
It's a lot of work,
Goddess
sweetheart.
Author, we got
It's
the
a lot
number
of
in the
work,
chat. Put it in the
sweetheart.
chat one more time.
Crystal's
I
not
have
going to
not
do
heard from
anything
my
that takes
girl
work.
in such a long time. I am actually wanting to cry because I have not heard that sultry voice that got bass in it. Okay, it sounds like a goddess. I want the world to hear your voice. So if you do not mind, Goddess Hathor, we would love to hear from you tonight. It's been a long time that we have not heard that gorgeous voice. Let's talk about this subject about being married to yourself. And let's talk about, what Color Gal, our sister, our partner in crime, is going through. Let's dissect her comments and look at what she's going through versus what we're going through. Shall we? The number is 904.
What is she going through?
554.
She says she's the one that doesn't like condoms.
67.
She can't feel anything.
We would love to hear from you.
What's she going through
tonight about reaching the final conclusion in your journey. And it all boils down to, thank you, DJ. It all boils down to, are you willing to do all the things that Color Gal is going through right now? Or do you find all of this could have been avoided? The C-section. I know you love your daughter. Okay, she's a blessing from the heavens. Don't get me wrong. But if she was a baby oops, and we know what a baby oops is, okay, then and she was not planned, okay. Maybe she was planned. I don't know.
You're a baby oops,
but
Crystal.
let's say she wasn't, okay. All of this could have been avoided if you would have masturbated, made this motherfucker put a condom on, and not revolve your goddesshood around his penis. We will hear from Goddess Hathor shortly. But in the meantime, we're gonna stick to Color Gal. Color Gal, we want to know, do you wish that you would have made this nigga wear a condom?
She was planned.
So she was planned.
Ha.
Okay, but now that you got her out the way, you gave him a shut up baby. Okay.
A shut up baby?
Do you want to go through this experience again? Or do you just want to enjoy your child?
I can't believe
with just this one baby, at least for the next few years. You're happy with just this one baby. Because you got a lot of thinking to do, sweetie.
She said
you
no.
got a male creature on your hands, and he got a hard dick, and he wants to have sex.
Maybe in 4 years.
Frequent sex.
A shut up baby?
What does nope mean?
What?
Oh, wow. Oh, you in trouble. You are in trouble, Color Gal. You said maybe in 4 years you'll be ready to do it again. Okay. But 4 years is a long time from here, Color Gal. And in the meantime, you got this male creature that, he gonna make you plus size. You might be plus size now. Who knows? But if you're not plus size, you're gonna end up being plus size because you're gonna be popping that goddamn birth control pill, or you're gonna be taking that shot and it's gonna blow your ass up, or you're gonna take the IUD and risk uterine perforation, which is puncturing of your uterus. So my thing is this, Color Gal.
She says she already knows the risk. She's already had 3 of them, so leave her alone.
Sweetheart.
Everybody else is congratulating her. You have to go the disgusting route, Crystal.
You got a lot to deal with right now. Okay, this is your first baby. You're 31 years old.
Don't take any advice from Crystal Swirls.
You're 33 years old. Okay.
Don't take any advice from Crystal
baby.
Swirls.
Congratulations. But you said in 4 years you'll be ready to do it again.
She says she's a size 6.
Color Gal. When you have
she needs to lose 8 to 10 pounds of baby weight
for a pregnancy. in order to please this man. This motherfucker don't like wearing condoms.
Read her size, Crystal. Read her
Okay, you're a size
size.
6. You need to lose. Okay, so you a regular. Okay, so you are of a normal weight. But you not, that doesn't stress you out, like having a male creature. He wants raw coochie.
She's not matching your narrative.
Because he wants raw coochie, and you see what results in raw coochie.
Color Gal is not matching your narrative.
Like, damn, I don't want to do the shot because that shit made me gain weight. I don't want to, girl. Why can't you why won't he wear a condom?
She said she don't like him. She said it. Damn.
Why won't he wear you can't tell me that's not selfish. Color Gal, why are you putting yourself at risk and inconveniencing your hormonal cycle just so he won't have to wear a condom?
Carlos says, have you ever thought about wearing a diaper on your live stream for views?
That sounds like slavery. Because you got to be stressed out just to please this motherfucker.
That is not, girl, Crystal Swirl, damn.
Girl, I can't. I can't do it.
Ain't nobody trying to fuck you anyway.
Now, who in the chat right now is sexually active?
Hello, whoever there in the chat. It's Crystal
Swirl
again.
We're still waiting on Goddess of Thor to come to the phone. Okay, but who
talking
in here?
Sex and everything nasty?
Sexually active right now. Put up a flame. Okay, you're sexually active right now, Goddess of Thor. Wow. Okay, how is that working out for you? Because you're not out the woods yet. Okay, you're in your 40s. You can still get knocked up. How is that working out for you?
See, people are living their lives even after listening to you, Crystal.
With this male creature that you're dealing with.
People are still out there living their lives.
Every single time you have an orgasm, I just want to know. I'm nosy. Don't hide now, Goddess of Thor. We want to know, do you have an orgasm each and every time? She's quiet. That means no.
She says, I'm 45 and yes, she does with her Brad. No.
It's okay, baby. We understand how these motherfuckers are. Okay?
No, she answered you. It's on the screen. I see it.
Okay, but do you... Goddess of Thor, no cheating. I said, do you come every single time? Answer the question. There's no getting around this one. Okay, we keeping it all the way real. Do you come each and every time you fuck this motherfucker?
No woman is gonna honestly say yes to that question, and you already know that, Crystal Swirls.
I knew it.
But you need a narrative. You need something to talk about.
I'm giving you your flowers for not being a fake ass bitch. Thank you for keeping it funky with Crystal Swirls. She put a long no. That for you to put that's the type of no. That means you come every now and then. You come with this motherfucker. The way you put no, the way you said it in the chat. You said it like, damn, this nigga really don't be making you. See, you didn't just put no. You put no. That means girl. So why? This is what I'm talking about. Women don't need men for sex. This is why I'm laughing at these bitches that act like, oh, I just gotta have a man. I just gotta have sex. For what? You don't even come. You don't even come. Most of the time, okay? You'll be lucky if you come every now and then with some of them. So you got to understand something. Exactly, Goddess of Thor. And this is the question. Why are y'all out here having sex with male creatures? If he's not compensating you financially, why are you doing it? Like, y'all don't even be coming from these motherfuckers. And we're going to have a lot of people watching this show. when I post it. And all these women are going to say, oh my God, I thought something was wrong with me. No, there's nothing wrong with you. Most women don't come.
No, there's something
from
wrong
having
with
sex.
you, Crystal Swirls.
Your clitoris is sitting there minding his business. He pounding away, thinking he doing something. You moaning and groaning because it feels like a massage. But it's really not that serious, sweetheart, okay? It feels like a nice massage, but you're not getting the same thing that he's getting. This fallen angel is on his way to heaven. Have you ever really looked at these fallen angels? That's what I call them, because that's what they are. Have you ever looked at their face when they be having sex with you? Like they look like they climbing slowly towards heaven. And, you know, you sitting there looking at this motherfucker like, damn. A lot of you do it for ego boost. I think a lot of you women have sex with male creatures to boost up your ego. Because you're saying, damn, my coochie make him feel like that? Yup. His eyes are rolling in the back of his head. He like, oh my God, yeah, baby, you like that? And he's going crazy up in that coochie. Unbelievable. And you sitting there like, damn.
This is ridiculous.
Let me squeeze my muscles and do some Kegel exercises on that motherfucker. Now he really going crazy. And the next day you gonna get on the phone with your friend and brag about how coochie whipped this motherfucker is. Thank you, Goddess Thor. There is nothing wrong with you ladies. If you are, you know, a woman that never comes having sex with a male creature, there's nothing wrong with you. Because some girls, they look at pornography and they see the girls screaming, oh my God, I'm going to come. Oh my God. They're looking at this shit and they're saying, oh my God, there's something wrong with me. How come I'm not getting an orgasm like that girl on the porno?
It's a video. They're getting paid.
Do you really think that those girls acting a fool on the porno movie, do you really think that shit is real?
You watch it like it is.
And this is the fucked up shit about the whole thing. These men are porn addicted and they want you to do what she's doing.
You are porn addicted.
They want you to scream and moan and act like you having a goddamn earth-shaking orgasm. When in reality, all it really feels like is a massage.
To you and your...
No different than somebody
to you.
Massaging your back after a long day's work. Yeah, you're not getting the same level of satisfaction. But this nigga is about to what? His body is about to burst into a million pieces of ecstasy.
If you got some warped out walk, then yeah, it'll feel like that. I believe
that these male creatures, these fallen angels, demand sex from them, demand sex from us because they remember what heaven felt like. So when they have sex with you, even if for 5 seconds of ecstasy, have you ever stopped to think, why do men act so crazy over sex? Because they go to heaven. I came one time in my whole life, and I'm not going to go into detail, but yes, it was through oral sex, okay? And the person did it exactly right, and my body felt like, girl, I cannot. You become one with ecstasy. You go to heaven. Your body explodes into it feels like a roller coaster. That's the only way I can describe it. It feels like your stomach is doing flip-flops and you going up that roller coaster, and then you go, all of a sudden you drop it like it's hot. Your stomach is doing all type of flip-flops. Your uterus is contracted.
So a girl
your
says, what?
Contracted.
Only one time for a man?
That. And this is what these male creatures go crazy over. All it takes is one time. Okay, Goddess of Thor is calling. We wait. Call one more time, Goddess of Thor. We waiting on you. Okay, this is why they act the fool. Because every time these motherfuckers have sex with you, they're gonna go to heaven. They're the fallen angels. Here we go. I just want to have a good night. Hold up.
Let's see how this goes.
Hello, my darling. How are you?
Hey, baby. Now.
I'm doing good. Yes, exactly. Like, it's not, it may happen when you're, coming, when you're excited and you meet your man, or your bride, because I ain't going to say man, because, these niggas ain't man. But yeah, when you meet him, yes, but it falls off a little bit. You try to keep it going, but, that's part of life, but it is what it is.
Now, I want to ask you, we're going to get
all the way funky. Let's go.
No, I want to know, is something wrong with me? Because I know a lot of girls, they don't be having orgasms with these male bitches.
They don't. And see, with me, I don't know if you remember, but Krista, I used a little bit of enhancement, so yeah, that helps a little bit, but it's not, even if you are really, into this dude and stuff like that, it's not the same. It's totally different. So if you do have it, it's because it's I call it new dick cum.
What?
New dick cum. When you get some new dick, and you're excited about it. Yeah, it's a different story. It's a different situation. You may have it
come from, it's hard to come from penis. Even if they, massage it, because I had one, and he did it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
With his penis, he was massaging my G-spot, and it felt good.
Yeah.
It didn't result in an orgasm. It just felt like, oh shit, he hit the spot. But it didn't result in an orgasm.
It did?
No.
If you're afraid to ask a man,
he was better than the other ones, because the other ones didn't even find the G-spot.
For money,
at least
gifts, like you have said, you're definitely not going to tell him how to please you in bed, and that's why you didn't get your orgasms.
I'm not having them. So
you were afraid to speak up and say what you like.
We give them to each other, or we just deal with it. Like a lot of my girlfriends who have had children literally say, I was like, well, how was it, making your baby? And they're like,
you let them do whatever.
And that's it.
So they can have pleasure, and you hope that they will stay around you. That's why you didn't get your orgasms, Christmas Swirls.
It amazes me how women, not many of us are even having orgasms, and all these motherfuckers are getting pussy. So that just shows you how much of a goddess women are.
Exactly, and a lot of women too are just, really giving up the coochie for the bag. So it don't take much for a man. It takes way much more for us. Do you remember that scene in Coming to America when it was the older black woman and she said, it take me a long time to get off. So not all women are fast and not all women are slow, but we have our own needs, and these men are just not willing to fulfill it. So that's just how I feel. But I get fulfilled every now and then, every now and then.
And the crazy part about it is, they only good when they're young. Like, when they get older, they need Viagra. They need all of this shit to help them out. And it's like, imagine being married to one of these male creatures. And, when he does manage to get it up, he's so happy that he got a hard on. He's like, all right, we got to hurry up before my dick goes back down.
Exactly.
Oh, my God. Now you pass the age of 40, and you got to hurry up and try to get off before your dick goes back down. So women are being shortchanged in the sex department.
Yeah, especially nowadays. We definitely are. But I can tell you that, Brad's is definitely putting it down where, a lot of these other people couldn't, because they just, they're... doing what they need to
Now
do.
look at
They
what
do want
Quadratic
to please
said.
a woman.
Look at what Quadratic Equation said. She said, men are also bad at communication.
Yeah.
She said,
We all know
girl,
that.
some of the young ones are bad too. So what the fuck
Exactly.
are we fucking these motherfuckers for?
Because sex feel good. I'm just gonna be honest. It is what it is.
She said the young ones think that porn is real. So that's what they pretend they're doing. I'm done.
Yeah. But a lot of them do. Not the young ones, the grown ones too.
This is horrible. So these porn actresses fucked our shit up.
Oh, I see that.
Because these
4C
men
hair
are watching
poking out
this
again.
pornography. They're addicted to it, okay? And when you watch porn, have you ever noticed how when he goes down on her, he does it for like less
2 seconds. Yeah.
And she up there, she going down on him for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker, he do her shit for like 2 minutes and then he done.
Yeah.
Porn is not made for women. And then what a lot of women find
But you
themselves
watch
doing
a
is
lot
sneaking
of it.
over to the lesbian porn just to get a good nut and look at some shit that you
Exactly. I'm not even gonna lie, because that's what I go to. That's what I watch. That's my go-to, because it's more sensual. It's more pleasuring for the woman. You know, usually when I do look at porn, it's usually with the white male, because he don't want to please the woman more versus, you know, the naked male who just want to go up in you, you know, any which way, and that's going to be the end of it. So
what
I
the
know.
old girl said. She said 2 minutes and he doesn't even look like he enjoys it. That's horrible.
Yeah. Facts.
And when you think about all of these women worldwide that are not having orgasms, it will blow your mind.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Like I said, it's usually when it's new, when it's fresh. You know, you may be able to pump one out, but then after that dies down and you feel like he got you, then it's a totally different situation. A totally different situation. So we just got to be, you know, aware of that.
When this news breaks out, and it's going to break out on my show, because nobody else is talking about this. Everybody else is pretending, you know, because you don't want this to reflect on your womanhood. Oh, there's something wrong with me. I'm not, there's something, I'm not having orgasms. Other girls are getting off. No, everybody's not coming. Honestly, a lot of girls, the most that you get is you get girls that come every now and then.
Yeah, and then also too, they use different things in porn, but I do tell women to use something called damina, or they call it damina or damina. It's a herb, and it lifts our libido up.
Damiana.
Yeah, there you go. So a lot of it has a lot of pronunciations, but we as women, as we get older, especially, look, I'm 44, I'm 45. And I get, you know.
Hello, person
I
in
need
the
to
chat.
get that extra boost, so there's nothing wrong with that.
Crystal
you know,
Swirls
taking your
and her
herbs and
sex
taking
talk
care of yourself.
tonight.
But still, it has to be him willing to put in that work, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
The truth is, y'all women that are in relationships, y'all are being used as masturbation devices.
Basically.
Damn. And I know this hurts y'all feelings, and I'm not coming for y'all. I don't want y'all thinking, "Oh, Krista, you just saying that because you don't got a man." Listen, sweetheart.
That's true.
I've had men before. I've been in relationships. Trust me.
But we know that these men.
We don't know. Your relationships are not good models for
Man,
this.
mine is a mechanic, so it's like, it's really like he just wants to come home sometimes and, you know, get his rest and stuff, and then other times I may be into it and he's not. So we gotta look at it that way too, you know.
That's
and
life.
I'm not trying to stick up for them, but he doing the job. But it's not always all the time. It's never going to be that way. What I would say 4 out of 10, Crystal. I would definitely say 4 out of 10. I can deal with that.
Now we're gonna address that girl in the chat earlier who said that she was a lesbian. I don't know if she's still watching. Let me see if I can find her. I'm scrolling up the comment section. All right.
Well, yeah, it's going to be
about
more.
this young lady, her being a lesbian. Are you having orgasms, Miss Lesbian?
Yes. I've been in that situation before, you know, because I'm bi, so I've been in that situation before. And yes, with women, it's more because I just never allowed my stud to, you know, put anything in me. So that was her problem with me. Because I was just like, I'm not into that, you know.
You didn't want to be penetrated.
So Goddess is bi.
Not with a, not with, well, you know what they got going on.
You just want to you just want a clitoral stimulation.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. You know these lesbians that are called studs? Okay. Now, they don't like to be penetrated, most of them. I didn't say all of them, but a lot of them don't even like to be penetrated. Why do you think that is?
Because the connection between women is totally different when we're in a connection with the man. And sometimes you want to escape all that, and you just want that emotional connection versus that physical connection.
Mm. Well, it could be that penis is overrated. Okay.
Of course it is. I mean, you can add that in there, but yeah, when it comes down to it, as far as women being with women, that's what it is. In my opinion, I don't know. Everybody is different.
Now, do you think that there's certain men out there that had bad experiences with women? They don't understand women. And because I want to understand this whole down low culture and why it's so huge. Do you think a lot of men are rebelling against women and they're secretly going with other men? Because
no, has it not been revealed that they've been doing this since, you know, the 1400 or whatever they've been doing? This ain't nothing new. I mean, that's one thing I love about being online and us having these panels, because we start to realize, you're welcome, that none of this stuff is that none of this stuff is new. This is old.
But this is the weird part. Even though these motherfuckers come every time they have sex, they still dipping and dodging with men. What the hell?
Exactly, because they have no self-control. That's what it comes down to. Like, really, they don't practice semen retention. They don't practice.
Or could it simply be that? Men have, like you said, they have no self-control, and they get bored. They get bored.
It's not. I wouldn't even say that they get bored, because I've been in long-term relationships with brats and, you know, men of no color, as they would say. And it's not even that. They say they don't want a whore, but they actually do. You got to be a whore. You got to keep up that nasty and all that stuff you need to do. That's just what it is. What they say, a freak in the sheets and a woman in the streets. They don't want the opposite, and right now, what's so-called going on is the opposite. You know what I'm saying?
Why do men put down whores so much when they actually love?
Because they're ashamed, because that's what they want. I'm not even gonna lie. That's what now. All the ladies that are listening right now, you're not gonna tell me they don't want a whore when you get them in the bed. When you get them in the bed.
You mean to tell me we don't want a man that's a nasty whore?
Yeah, they want that, all that. You know, Chris, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They want you choking on it. They want you, they want you to do the whole, what I realized about intercourse is an act. It's an act.
Closed room, we can't really hear you that good. Are you in a closed room? Close the door. We can hear you better. Talking to the phone.
No, I'm at work right now, but yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you better.
Okay, so what I'm saying, sex is an act. And it doesn't mean, even if you're an Academy Award, you know, giving, when it comes to sex. It doesn't mean anything if the man is not willing to commit. That's one thing I've learned. You can be the baddest porn star out there and do all the things that she does, but if he's not willing to commit, it's really no difference. It's up to the man if he's willing to commit and be with you. And if he wants more than just a sexual relationship. Just like I told mine, you're a man of a certain age. So you want to go out here and do stuff, if that's what you want to do it. But if you want to be in a relationship, then I'm here. We can do this. We can make it work. And I got a text message said, I want to do this. Let's make it work. So
could it simply be that a lot of men tell women what they want to hear, so you could be committed, but behind your back, he doing him.
If that's what he's willing to do, that's what he's willing to do. But as long as my bills are getting paid, that's really what I care about. And I got somebody who's willing to pay bills.
And that's what's up.
And that's exactly what's up. So if it's like that, and these are conversations that we have to have, especially with brides. We have to be honest with them. We have to be vocal with them about what we want and stuff like that. And as long as if you tell them what you want, you'll either get it or you won't. And it is what it is. So when I say, okay, you're a man of 47, you about to be 47 years old, what are you going to do with the rest of your life as far as when it comes to having a woman? You want to be out here, rolling in the hay with everything you can get into? That's what you feel is conducive of being a man? And most of them will say no, especially if he's a brat. He gonna say no. But then, like I said, there's a lot of, I didn't say this, but we discussed this before, there's a lot of white men and men of other races that are looking at how black women treat black men and how we coddle them, and they want that same treatment.
Oh, shit. You just dropped a bomb and you solved the puzzle. So that could be why a lot of white men are talking that 50-50 shit, because they know.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
When it comes to us, and I've ran into that, and I'm telling you, I've ran into it more times. I had one guy who told me something about what Chris Rock said. We were talking for a while, and he says, what, I just remember I was watching a Chris Rock special, and Chris Rock said, if a black woman wants to be with a white man, her credit is bad. And I had to look that up, and I said, well, my credit is not actually bad. I said, it's just me. I've been paying. I paid off all my bills when I was 27 years old. It's not that I had to explain it, but it was like you feel compelled to do so because you're like, damn, that's what's been put out there about us. So we have to get rid of all of those negative things that have been put out about black women and be able to talk through it and get through it. It's almost like cognitive therapy for the brat. He needs to know that you're sincere and you're there for him. Because a lot of the times they don't approach us because everything, and they'll tell you all the stuff that they've heard about black women.
Damn.
They will tell you what they heard. And if they're not telling you what they heard, then they may not be a wigger, but they're doing wigger shit. Not supporting, not providing, not listening, not cherishing you as a woman. They're doing everything that a fucking nigger would do.
Damn, a lot of them are like that now, though. I noticed.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. So we have to be extra cautious. Me, look, where I live, it's almost easy to get one of the deer hunting, and then the profession that I'm in hospitality. I work overnight at a hotel. I'm not even gonna lie. I work in hospitality, so we have a lot of men come from different places, and that's a way that I've met some of the nicest men that I've not been in a relationship with, but just getting to know them, and they're from I'm talking about places where the name says what it is. I'm just going to put it out there. Lynchburg and Bristol, and they're from the deep parts of the South. They're not inner city men, or they're not jailbirds, or they're not these rich white. Those are a lot of the white boys you got to watch out for too. The rich ones who've had everything handed to them, and they want to go and live a life in the fast lane. And what they consider the fast lane is dealing with black women.
And now
y'all gotta understand.
Some of them are cheap as fuck too. I'm sorry.
They are, and y'all gotta understand. There's a lot of
there are cheap men in all races.
White men who have been brought up in racism. They heard this and that. I remember you was talking about my girl, King of Queens. Remember when she did her story about?
I remember when she said, "I am not."
Her husband was brought up in a racist family.
What?
Look at her story. Go to King of Queens and look at her story. Her husband was brought up by racists. Even her mother-in-law was racist. But when they saw how happy their son was, which a lot of them do, even like my aunt, when she was married to an Italian, she still is married to an Italian. My cousins married to white and Italian. My sister married to these. I'm talking about if I show you a picture of my sister, it was a Halloween maybe about 5 years ago. She standing there all dressed up like a kitten while her husband had all Confederate shit on. And that's my sister's husband. I got mad about it. I really did, but
he pulled the Happy. Happy did that shit. He had a Confederate.
Exactly, but here it is. They still together. They have a son together. They're about to have another child together. This is my older sister.
Yeah, but that King of Queens, that Queen of Kings girl, she just had a fucking baby, and now she's pregnant again.
Yes. No, her son was like maybe 3 or 4 or older than that. You know, because the man.
No, she's like 3 months pregnant. She's at the end of her 3rd month. But the thing is, she just had a baby, like, what? 3 months ago. What the fuck?
No, she didn't.
No?
She didn't?
I could have sworn she just had a baby, and now she's pregnant
again.
No,
they only have one son together, and he's like 5 or 6 years old, because if you watch the videos, he's always at his grandpa, because his grandpa is the racist cowboy.
That's the thing, Crystal. Don't watch shit. She just go off just speculation.
My thing is this. Do you think that the queen, I'm not in her business, but then again I am. Do you think that she's sexually satisfied with her bread?
Yes. Very much so. And how I know she
that
puts
answer,
that
were
out
you,
there.
Crystal?
And if you know, they do a lot of sensual exercises together. And what I love about her is that she gets her Brad involved in what she likes to do. So she likes fitness, she likes certain things, and you see she likes her flexibility. So they just went on a vacation, and they were kissing and stuff, and he had her leg all the way up beside her ear. They
always be doing flexibility exercises.
Exactly. And why I like them so much is because I do believe it's real. Because, like, you know how the manosphere is talking about, she had 2 kids already, but she was actually married to that dude from what she said.
Yeah, she was married to the black one, yeah.
Yeah. And he put her out, and she traveled on a Greyhound, and she met, like you call her, Viking. And yes, he is that red hair, that bald head, that big body, that strong, masculine.
Nobody can tell her Brad ain't a Viking.
Oh, he is gorgeous. And then they just had a video that just came out when they was walking on the beach and stuff.
They in Puerto Rico. They got a babysitter.
Yes.
They took all of them kids, had a babysitter for them, and they doing them.
And it's a lot of interracial couples online. And black women, if you all don't know, we have the longest relationships. This is study-wise. And statistically, we have the longest relationships with white men. That's the longest relationship in America between a black woman and a white man, because we are the most 2 powerful people in our communities. So it always is going to work. You got a provider, you got a protector, you got a builder, and you got a nourishing, wonderful, sensual black woman. What can make anything better? instead of being with an emotional, bitchified, oh, you're crying always. Nobody wants to deal with that no more. But we have to realize, and I know a lot of other channels don't want to have to realize, that desperate men, and they're even starting to say, well, don't deal with this type of white man. Don't deal. And Crystal, you've been talking about that for eons.
Because they're out there. There's a lot of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, the bottom shelf bread.
Bottom shelf, but not even bottom shelf bread. Just white men that are not evenly yoked with you.
Yeah. And they're learning from the Naker. They're learning because they see how black women are ride or die. And we're dying. We're riding and we're dying.
From him. Listen, I finally figured out they learning from him because they say, damn, what do I have to do to get a woman that's loyal to me? And Tyrone's teaching Brad, oh, the worse you treat them, the more loyal they are to you. So he's looking at this shit like, damn, black women are loyal, so Tyrone must know what he's doing. That's why he's seeing off him.
Our self-esteem, and I'm just going to put that out there, a lot of channels are starting to talk about that. Our self-esteem is extremely low. And it took for me to come up out of that to believe that, and even when you are with a brand, my last husband died, so even for me to get out there and put myself, I had to go golfing. I had to go to certain places, like we talked about. It's certain things that you have to do to put yourself in the vicinity of a decent man of no color, because you're not going to ever put yourself in the vicinity of a man of color and get anything from it, because they're going to use you.
Yeah.
But a man of no color, they are, I'm telling you, and a lot of them say, oh, I'm not going to approach him. It doesn't matter how feminine you are, what classes you took, what books you read. They are scared at the fact. And if any of y'all know that I'm telling the truth, if you're really dealing with a brand, the first thing they will say, well, I didn't think black women wanted me, even though I like black women.
Oh, my God. I hate when they say that dumb shit.
But they really mean that, though.
It's not dumb. How do you know?
Listening to Tyrone, that's why.
Exactly. They are. And that's because the black culture in America, believe it or not, is very influential.
Well, look what quadratic equation
and
said. She said black women
don't know which
now,
white guy wants to talk to us.
Loyal to yourself.
Yes.
What happened to that? Like, we always talking about being loyal to a man. Why we can't be loyal to ourselves?
We are loyal to ourselves. And we are. Okay, if that's what you wanted to. Look, I'm not going to lie. I'm the last general out this bitch. I need a gentleman caller every now and then. So I'd rather be in a relationship, right, with somebody that is at least respecting and listening to what I want than not to be one. That's just me. I'm not speaking for other women. I've done that. I've been on that journey of not, dealing with men. Okay, yes, but I can go ahead and use toys and stuff, but I still want the smell. I want my hair to be grabbed. I want somebody to talk shit in my ear when they hitting it from the back. It's what it is.
And that's why we need men. So y'all need to stop saying we don't need men.
Even if it's just for a weekend.
She just told you why.
And don't put your feelings into it.
You can't find that because there are women that are in situations where they're just not finding that. Then it's okay to be by yourself.
All women can find that. And the fact is, you can find it because you're a woman.
Uh-huh.
There's women,
Tell
there's
her,
men
goddess.
that are into...
Tell her, goddess.
All types. Men are into all types of women.
You were tearing down
We
Crystal
as black
Squirrel's
women, we just
narrative
have
for
to
the video.
stand outside of that realm and say, okay, this is the type of man that I want to deal with. This is the man I want. And you have to let him know that and show him that's what you want. And don't waste your time on him trying to change.
Can I ask you a question? And I want you to keep it funky with me. And please don't get offended. Do you think that you are male-minded?
Oh, here she go.
I know I am.
At least she kept it honest, y'all. Now, I know I am totally And it doesn't mean that I'm better than her. I'm just different than her. Okay? I'm not male-minded because I could actually not have a man or be in a relationship and be okay with that. That's fine with me. That's been my journey. Like,
lies. You're lying, Crystal Swirls.
Yeah, and it hasn't been mine because I've been married ever since I was 19 years old. So just 2020 was, I went on my little,
Crystal Swirls is still on them dating sites looking for somebody. Don't believe the hype.
I enjoyed it. My husband was sick. And I want to warn you all women about being a hospice wife. Those things.
Hospice wife. I'm done.
Yes. Those things really exist. So you may get with a man, he may have some money, he may have this, he may have that going on, but he's sick than a motherfucker. So you can't do nothing with him. Y'all can't have y'all can have the intimate times, but it's not the same. It's level. What they say is levels to it. It's levels to it, ladies. And even if you do get into a long-term relationship and y'all grow old together, there's levels to that. We don't dry up like they think we dry up. They shrivel up. That dick gonna stop working, especially if you got health issues and stuff like that. But we don't, we still have desires and stuff. It's just the only thing, as women, our looks are not desirable anymore.
Right.
A man can look, 72-year-old, what is his name? Bill Murray got Kellis. Robert De Niro just had a baby, and Al Pacino in their 80s just had children. It's not like that for us. So when we look for relationships, we're looking for something long-term, and we're looking for somebody who, like Adam Sandler said in The Wedding Singer, wants to grow old with you.
But that's the thing about Kellis, that a lot of people was like, oh, he's 72 and she's 42. What is she doing? Listen, I understand why she's like that, because women, we're such goddesses. We could look past the looks. We could look past the sex.
Exactly.
Deeper. She's looking deeper.
Exactly. And he's looking at what he wants as Bill Murray, being an older man. He got him a beautiful.
I'm not looking past your looks. You have to be attracted to me.
Men try to say we hit the wall at a certain age, but we don't hit our pride until we're in our mid-30s.
Right.
And a lot of women don't understand why.
He's getting what he wants, because he wants somebody young and beautiful, because men are mellow and visual. And you
don't think she's still getting juicy, and you don't think, come on, I know I still do. So you don't think she's still able to rock and roll and give him what he wants?
Now look what Quadratic said. She said, Bill Murray probably gives great conversation.
Exactly. Great conversation, great hair, and some good money.
Oh, shit. Damn. Great conversation, great head, and great money.
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck if you're 72.
I don't either. I don't. Because, man, if Bill Murray is healthy and can still put it down, Bill Murray always had them craters in his face, but I never thought he was an ugly man. I know he's funny as hell. He gonna say some stuff, and he gonna lay her in that big old bed and say, let me do something for you. He gonna make sure she good. Believe me, she ain't gonna be unhappy. I can tell by how they are together.
Married.
I hope they do, just like with Eve and her husband now. They got that beautiful baby boy. And you see things going on with a lot of interracial couples. It's something that's happening, and it needs to happen.
I want to ask you a question. Do you think it's possible to be married to yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. Most people can't tolerate themselves.
Damn.
So if you can tolerate yourself, then you can be married to yourself. And that's all just being independent, being able to please yourself, doing things throughout the day. It's a difference with me. And I tell a lot of women, and I don't have a lot of women in my shoes. I have no children. So me trying to find things, I paint, I play records, I do this, I work, I do so much stuff, but it's not fulfilling. It's fulfilling, but it's not like having something constant. You know, when you stop it.
Something wrong with talking to yourself?
No, absolutely not. Psychologists say that it's absolutely normal to talk to yourself. I talk to myself all the time. I talk to myself in front of people. It is what it is. That's just me. I talk to myself, and it's not that. And I had 2 therapists in 7 years, and it's nothing wrong with talking to yourself. It's just talking to yourself. That's all it is.
So why does society criminalize a recluse lifestyle? Why does society act like the concept of being loyal to yourself, being married to yourself, how come that's the stone that's been left unturned?
Because of religion. Religion says that the man is Christ is the head of the man, and the man is the head of the woman. And if a man finds a wife, he findeth a good thing. And they never say if a woman finds a husband, she findeth a good thing.
Wait. Let that sink in, y'all. The Bible does say that. It says if you find a wife, you find a good thing. It don't never say nothing about if you find a husband, you find a good thing.
So we just have to learn to, flip it. And in certain things, look.
Why you think they don't say if you find a husband, you find a good thing?
Because it's not a good thing.
Damn.
Because they already know. The Bible already know we don't have to steal and he provides, protects, and build. We still gonna have to do more than he does. You got some men out here that cook.
Imagine if he don't provide and do all that other stuff.
Oh yeah, that's
really getting the short end of the stick.
Yeah. That's exactly
be with a man that don't provide.
Most of us as black women are getting the short end of the stick because the sad thing about it, black women, is brads. They're out here doing bad. So brads are doing bad, and they are taking their cue from niggas or nakers who are doing bad, and they see, damn, he ain't got to have no job. He ain't got to have nothing.
And that's what's going on.
So don't be with that man.
And they're showing up empty-handed, or they're trying to convince you, oh, well, I don't really have money like that. So they come to black women with that bullshit.
Exactly.
Trying to be aware of what's going on.
And I love the fact that you, even though you, at first you were doing divestment, but you also, you're talking about the bottom shelf grab, which a lot of people hate to do, especially with their divestment. They don't want to talk about that. But that's a real thing for us. That is a huge problem.
We've seen her deal with
a lot of black women
bad
are dealing with bottom shelf bread. Understand something. Middle class Matt and top shelf Todd, black women,
they ain't messing with you either.
Some of them have access to them, but a lot of black women that have these regular okie dokie jobs, you're dealing with bottom shelf bread, and that's the reality.
Yeah. That's the
you
reality.
You have no job, so you have no man.
Reality.
We didn't know so many white men were doing so bad until we jumped the fence and said, "Oh my God, they're not doing good either." Like, and they come in empty-handed and they expect us to take them as they are.
Exactly. Because, and you got to understand, the reason why they want us to do that is because of the simple fact that we are black women. They don't expect that from their Beckys. They don't expect that from their women to do that. They don't. They do not expect that from them. Because we are the only women walking around saying that money don't matter. It's all over the internet now. It's been plastered that black women say that I'll build him up. Money doesn't matter. I'll give him money.
Black women, because Brad is acting up with the finances and he expects nothing as far as he doesn't have to bring nothing to the table. What a lot of black women are doing, they just being by themselves.
Yeah, and it's nothing wrong. Please don't think that there's anything wrong with being by yourself. That's a good thing as well. I was by myself for a while, for almost 4 years. But now I have somebody, but he get on my fucking nerves. So I don't know how this is going to work. But it's doing what it does right now. We talk, we conversate, but,
You
It is what it
converse.
is. It's just all what you're willing to deal with and accept as a woman.
It's not
And no man
conversate.
is going to do
You
anything to a woman
converse.
that she won't accept. That's the
All
cross.
of these motherfuckers get on your nerves.
Yeah.
There's different levels of it.
Brad will go ahead and say, okay, here you go. Here's the rent money, or here's your car note, or they will at least provide. Black men, of course, we know they don't do that.
So
They don't do
T-Girl
that.
said, what do we need men for?
Taking money, that's it.
Damn.
You just said
I
Hit it
that's
from
what
the
it
back,
came down
get
to
your
me.
hair
I
pulled.
can't speak for everybody else.
And
But
now you're
even when
saying
it comes
just
to that
money,
emotional
goddess.
support, Brad is
Plethora.
a lot more tolerant of our tears, because you can't cry, in front of a black man or anything like that, because they're like, what the fuck you crying for? I don't want to deal with that bitch ass shit. That's what they say. But when it comes to Brad, he'll at least say, baby, what's wrong? Why are you crying? What's upsetting you?
Mm-hmm.
They have a little bit more compassion. And they can still have compassion and be broke.
They know you can have compassionate and you could be compassionate with money. Fuck that.
Yeah, you can be compassionate with money, and you can be compassionate and be broke.
Women feel like they can't get compassion out of the ones with money. That's a lie. Because I know a lot of motherfuckers that's broke as fuck and they're abusive, they're violent.
Yeah.
Because you choose that
It goes
kind.
both ways, and that's what we as women, we think, okay, a man with money, he's going to
You
be
choose
this way,
that
he's gonna be
kind,
that way.
Crystal
No,
Swirls, because
sometimes
you
it
don't
goes
think you deserve
different.
better.
So it depends on what are we looking
Can't get
for
better.
as women, and what are we looking for? Do we want compassion? Do we want our back broken every day? Do we want that? That's what it comes down to, what we want, what women want, what we want.
I think what's going on now is a lot of women are doing periodic. A lot of women are doing recluse lifestyles, and they're doing periodic
Yeah.
stimulation. And that's
That's how I was. Every 3 months,
when
yep.
I feel like it. A lot of women don't want to do relationships. They just want to deal with motherfuckers when they get in the mood, like a toy you pick up with and put it down when you don't.
Exactly. And it's not, you could go to the store and get you, some toys and stuff, but everyone wants the smell of a man if he got good cologne on, and he's looking good and stuff. That's what you want, There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be with a man. And we have to stop feeling like it's something wrong with it. If we just want dick, then go get it. Go get it.
So, but this is the thing. Okay, remember you said you was male-minded. My thing is this. We also have to say there's nothing wrong with not wanting dick.
No, it's nothing wrong with that either. That's what I'm saying. There's always two sides to a coin.
Now look
It's
what my
two
daughter
sides.
said. She said getting some twice a year is plenty for me.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. And I was
Twice a
one of
year?
those that,
Damn.
okay, every, quarter moon or whatever, how they call it, every 3 months, I get frisky, because we do. Men act like we don't have feelings, like we only want it when they want it. No. We get the thumping and the friskiness, like, we as women
Would you
do.
consider yourself being in? Are you in a relationship right now?
I'm going to say this. Actually,
A
I'm
situation
gonna put it this
ship.
way. Yes, I'm in a relationship, and he is an awesome dude. I'm just gonna put that out there. But does he get on my nerves? Certain things that he do that make me like, I don't want to do this. Yes, but we're together, and we're just gonna have to work through our differences, and we do have a lot of differences. Like, I made grits. I made him breakfast one day. He was like, I never had grits before.
What?
Yeah, so those things you're gonna run up into. He never had grits before. I made salmon cakes and grits, and
I
some
was
things
with a
that
guy
we
who
have
never
to
had
go
fried
through
pork
because
chops.
they don't know it, or like we had a situation not too long ago when you know, it was just like, he's want me to come over to his house. I was ready to go and eat. He was doing something else, and he was like, oh, no, you, and I was upset. I'm not going to lie. I was like, look, I'm just going to go give me something to eat, and you do what you need to do. And he got upset about that because he was like, no, you can't do that. You can't be that way. And I'm like, no, yes, I can. So it also comes down to who we are and how we're built. You know, we New York girls, so, you know, we kind of like, you know, more independent as far as, okay, you're not ready to do what we need to do. I'm going to go do what I need to do. You know.
Like this, Quadratic. I called you Quadratic. Goddess of Thor, listen. This is how I feel about it. I feel like listening to you tonight, I feel like, number one, you kind of thrive. You're one of those people that thrive being in a relationship. You know, that's good.
Yeah.
I speak for the girls like myself that we can actually thrive being alone or being by ourselves or dealing with male creatures when we feel like it.
And here comes the misery wanting some company.
When you pick them up like a toy and put them down, remember, these are male creatures.
Yeah.
And you can find yourself in a dangerous situation because men are territorial by nature. So if you think you're going to be out there, every now and then you get a fuck from one of them and send them about their way, you might find yourself that he's trying to lock you into a relationship or he's trying to get loyalty out of you. So be prepared for that, ladies, all right? He might get you to be loyal to him and you just trying to live your single life and not be tied down.
But you also got to communicate that to them too. And the thing about it is, ladies, you got to understand, when I was in that phase of my life, and I may go back to it, when you communicate that to them, to a man, you don't want to be in a relationship, you just trying to go for yours, that even brings them closer. Because you're a challenge now. You're not the quintessential, I want to be in a relationship. So that actually brings them closer. I don't know if you ever experienced that when you in that mind state of a man, like, look, this is what it is. I'm not looking for anything else. And that draws them closer to you because you're mysterious to them, because most men don't run into women who say, look, this is what I want. I don't want anything else. That's not.
They used to them being the ones saying that.
Yes. I swear to God, that's exactly what he told me. He was like, I'm used to, you know, being that way. And I'm thinking that's the reason why I was able to lock him down.
And I don't think that means that we're masculine because we want to be married to ourselves or we don't want to be in a relationship, because a relationship is a lot of work.
That's actually very feminine to be able to say, look, I want some dick every now and then, but I'm not trying to be locked down. That brings them to you. When you have that mentality.
If you are trying to be single and married to yourself and loyal to yourself, you might be because all of a sudden I'm getting all these calls, motherfuckers are trying to lock me in a situation. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, that's why I'm tripping. That's why I even did this live, because I'm like, why the fuck I'm getting all these male creatures popping up trying to lock me down? Like, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to.
Because you're not trying to be locked down.
No.
Exactly.
I know how much of a headache they can be. And I don't feel like being in a situation where I got to give up my ass just because we're in a relationship. Get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. So, my Brad, when he get mad at me, that's what he holds away. And I'm like, cool. I'll lay right next to you and rub one out. Like, I ain't got no problem with that. Oh, because I may have said something out my mouth that you may not have liked. And that's what I'm running into. I'm running into Brads that they're not wiggers. They're really not. But I often tell him, I said, you sound like a black man. And that's what's turning me off when I have to say, you're sounding like these men I don't want to deal with.
A lot of them are sounding like that. And it's time somebody called it out. They got to be reading from the same playbook as this dummy Tyrone.
You called that out. You was the first one to coin the term bottom shelf brand. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear Naker no lace else. I didn't hear bottom shelf brand. You were the first one to come out and talk with us as black women. If you recall, I was on your show one day.
And they were not labeling this creature. They just put it all in one category. Oh, white men. I said, no. There's levels to this shit.
Yes.
Now look what T.O. girl said. She said, dealing with them, she's talking about male creatures in general, is just too much for me. I'm not willing to risk getting assaulted, exposing myself to STIs, getting pregnant, and him switching up on me after 2 months of the honeymoon phase. That's exactly why I am where I am. I'm down with T.O. girl.
And I'm down with her too. I just happen to, get into this relationship.
T.O. girl, if you listening, we would love to hear from you, sweetheart. If you could call into the show.
Yes.
Because Goddess Thor, she's in a relationship. Okay, she's a little bit on the male-minded side, which is great because I want representation for those girls that find themselves down that path. But we need a representative path. So, T.O. girl, if you could call into the show, and girl, you got a lot to say tonight. Call into the show. The number's 904-554-6758. Call into the show. Somebody put it in the chat so she don't have to scroll all the way up. So if you could put that number in the chat for me, sweetheart.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you something. There's girls that they just don't want to be bothered. All right, and it is what it is. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It just means that you trying to do some different shit. Have a love affair with yourself. Be loyal to yourself, and that shit is crazy. Be loyal to yourself.
Facts.
You know how deep that shit is? That means you put your needs first. If I don't benefit from it, oh well, I'm not fucking with it. This is something that many black women have not even tried to do before.
We haven't tried to do this before, and we do need to do it.
But men have done it. Men do it all the time.
But I just want, our women out, our black women out there who, desire men. I don't think it's no reason why we shouldn't be with the men we want to be with. I'm just going to put that out there. And the fact that we're not doing that is detrimental to us. And the reason why I'm saying that is because that is what they're going to say. I did not know black women wanted me. These men are open to us approaching them. It's sad that we have to do that, but it's necessary because we think, okay, we're in a black space. We're listening to this channel. We're listening to this person. And we think, white folks are not listening or they're not watching this channel right now as we speak, but they are. You got white men right now tuned into this channel.
And they listening and they running it back to their friends. But I'm going to tell you something. Remember, listen, you know how many white men told me, oh, I don't mind if the woman approaches me. I had Brad tell me that on a dating site. They be like, I don't mind if the black woman approaches me. I don't see anything wrong. As a man, I would be flattered, or it would be relieving. Relieve me if they would just approach me. So black women, I know you listening to these other divestment channels talking about femininity, but you need to start thinking differently with this group of males.
Exactly, because they don't think that you're less feminine. They don't think that you're less feminine approaching them. White men do not think that way. They do not think that they are just, and Crystal, we have spoken about this on your channel. They just don't think we like them because even, I'm not going to bring up her channel, but there's another channel that comes up, and in the video it says, we know that black women are only going to date black men. So they don't feel some sort of way. and it's only maybe 90% of black women date black men, and it's a 10% difference. And that 10% difference can go up if we just approach these men.
I said
Of
that
other
before, and
races.
everybody got down my throat like, oh,
They did.
you acting desperate, and it's not
Yeah.
desperate. It's you gotta roll with the punches. You know
Exactly.
that these dummies, and I hate to call them dummies, but they are. If you know that these dummies all think alike, oh, I didn't know you like black. I didn't know you like white men. All of them say that dumb shit. And you gotta go with that. You know, you gotta go with that. But
And then let him prove to you, exactly, then let him prove to you that he's not worthy of your time. Believe me, it will come out, and it will show that they're not worthy of your time, regardless of who he is. Myself, I prefer average men.
for that. I want to piggyback off of that comment that you just made about them being worthy of your time. This is many women find these male creatures are not worthy of our time, and that could be part of the reason why a lot of us are being loyal to ourselves. We're being married to ourselves and we're putting our needs first because they just don't qualify.
They don't. Even if you are in a relationship, certain things, especially when you are on your own, you're going to be, that's the first thing you're going to think in your head, like, this is just not going to work. But
women are avoiding relationships because they're saying, it's all about what you can tolerate. And once you are in a relationship, you're locked in to that level of toleration. This is what you signed up for.
Yeah.
So if you get a motherfucker that he don't want to wear condoms, he don't like wearing condoms, talking about, I can't feel nothing. Well, bitch, guess what? You're going to always be stressed out worrying about if you're going to be pregnant.
Exactly. And that's another thing, like how you can't feel anything. Like, that is a lie. That's a black man shit.
That's what I'm saying. They reading from Tyrone's playbook.
Yeah, because I've never, ever, ever been in the bed with a white man and he said he can't feel nothing with a condom. But I guarantee you, every time that I was in Blackistan, and every time I lay with a black man, they'll stealth you, they'll get you from behind, take that shit off, all types of stuff.
They got lubricated condoms. It's lubricated from within. The lubrication is inside the condom, so they still get that feeling of wetness. So they lying. They are lying to you. Okay?
That's facts. They are lying. But they're getting that stealth thing. If you look that up online, that's something that black women are actually going through, dealing with black men. They're stealthing them. They're getting them from the back and they're pulling condoms off. Even what's his name? It was a famous, I guess he's a famous rapper, who did a whole podcast on how he was stealthing women. He said, I'll get her from the back, take the condom off. And then they say, well, we want to keep the babies. No, we try to figure out how the hell we got pregnant.
That's what I'm saying. Now, you talk all this stuff about, all these things like stealthing, sexually transmitted diseases, babies, painful C-sections, the emotional thing of getting ghosted or dumped or cheated on. It's just so much. Like, you deal with so much. And so many women are just coming to the conclusion, I am happy alone.
Yeah.
This whole life is about, like, that's the journey. I want girls that choose that route to not think that something is wrong with you. I don't want you to think that, it means that you're not lovable. It doesn't mean that. It means that you might, and those are just reasons, right? You just actually, aside from those reasons, just don't want to be bothered aside from that. You might just enjoy being by yourself.
And I went through that stage, but I am going to say it's a stage. Some women can go through that stage for a long time.
This is the point I'm making. It doesn't have to be a stage because you're making it seem like, oh, it's a phase. What if it's not a phase?
I'll tell you, for me, it was.
Or who you are.
Yeah. For me, it was a phase because I've I would get to a point, and I'm not going to lie, I would have a desirability to be with a man. That's just me. All women are different. Not all of us are the same. So if you are one of those women, like I said, some women can go ahead and take that. And it's women online talking about being 7, 8, even more than a decade. My grandmother, I just spoke to her, she's been, God knows, over 25 years, she hasn't had a man. But my mother's husband.
I'm going to put this out there because I know that you said some of us don't. You could be living a recluse lifestyle, be married to yourself, and be loyal to yourself while simultaneously craving the affection of a man. That's normal too.
That is normal, and you can go ahead and still get that affection from a man, but you're just not in a relationship. He's not calling you every day. Y'all not going out to do things and stuff. That's all a relationship is you being, with a person. My bride doesn't live with me, but we go out, we have dinner, we do certain days together, we have, relations together and stuff like that, which is something wrong, but it's certain things that he say that irritates the fuck out of me, like, do you want to be with a black man? It's almost like I'm asking him, and I had to ask him, I said, do you want to be with one? Like, and he don't like when I come back with a smart ass comment like that.
Shit on you.
Exactly. So
he's having a hard time, but he think you lying. He like, yeah, you just mad at them, but deep down inside, you still want to be with them. And you like, no, nigga, I really don't like them.
Come on, Crystal. Exactly. So it's like, the women that he dated prior to me, they were African women, and they were basically just trying to get into the goddamn country. So he talks about them all the time, and I'm like, I don't mind you telling me up front about them, but I don't want to hear about Trevina and this bitch and that bitch and how it's almost like it's a reverse role where you're a scorned man. So and I had to ask him, why are you with me? He said, well, you're different. Different in what way? Well, you're not trying to get anything as far as a goddamn green card. Okay, but I need your money. I need your emotional support, which he actually gave me my rent money today. And that's what God, he really did. He was like, I got this one here. Take this. Go ahead and do your rent. It was very nice. It was very nice, and I didn't hesitate to take it.
Now, look what quadratic equation says. She said, laughing my ass off. Why did he ask that? Like, why would he say, what was that thing that you said about, oh, you really want a black man? Like, what?
Because it's certain stuff that he's saying, and it's how I respond to it.
Well, why do they? It's like, if I tell you that this is what it is, why are you pushing that on me? It's almost like they want to believe that it's too good to be true.
Exactly, and that's why I'm telling you. That's why they say, I don't think black women want me. A lot of white men or men of no color, even if you go to the Asian community, we have this huge Japanese, oh my God, like Sierra. She's been collaborating with this artist named, I think his name is Jackson Wong. Y'all gotta look him up. And he is so, like, they got this song called Slow, and their chemistry is almost like it's meant to be like, why is she with Russell Wilson? She should be with this dude. Like Asian men, those are the ones that we really should be going for because they're not getting married. The women don't want to have children. Women are saying, look, we are cool being by ourselves. We don't want children. We don't want to get married. We want to dress up like these little dolls and stuff, and that's it. But Asian men are so nice. I was working at a hotel, Marriott. I'm not there anymore, so I don't care if anybody hears it. But he was a pilot. His name was Kai, and he was from Japan. And he was one of the. But I pulled back, even though he still emails me and tries to call me. I pulled that back because I just didn't feel culturally connected to him.
You said that's the only way you wasn't connected was culturally. That's it.
Yes, culturally, and I even bought some stuff to learn how to speak Japanese, so I would be able to communicate with him. But that is such a strong language, and I just felt I didn't feel culturally connected, even though we connected. I just pulled back because I want to be able to speak his language. I want to be able to indulge in his culture.
You want to be able to communicate.
Exactly. And he speaks English because he's a pilot. Like where I work and where I live, there's several airports. So he flew for one of the airports. He was an actual pilot. But, that was me. That was me pulling back. That was my insecurity. That wasn't his. Because I know in his country, they have vending machines where you can actually pick out somebody to talk to, just somebody to talk to and converse with. And the sad thing about it was all men. It wasn't the women. It was all men. And this little vending machine in Japan where men need women. Men in Asian countries are dying really alone. Like, I'm talking about like in their 40s and stuff like that because they don't have a companion. They don't have anybody.
Do you think it's because they just want to be alone or at least some of them? Do you think there's a possibility that some actually like being alone?
No. None of them, because this is what I'm talking about, the ones that don't want to be alone. And that's because Japanese women, if you go online and you look it up, Crystal, and just look up Japanese women and their dating status, Japanese women don't want to fuck. Asian women in general don't want to fuck, and they don't want to have children.
What?
Exactly, yes.
So you mean to tell me Asian women are actually like
women who are listening like that,
and they just don't want to have children. So this is
is
becoming global, y'all.
Yes, it is. It is, and that's the thing about it. It is becoming global, but still, we have the worst group of men on the planet.
Yes.
On planet Earth. But we think, okay, Asian men have the smallest dicks, and they don't. We think black men have big dicks, and they don't. The actual men that have the biggest phalluses or dicks on the planet are European Italian men. Italian men, if you want to say that, but Italy is in Europe, right? So those are the ones. That's why, we have to know what we want. If we want security, if we want love, is certain things that you're going to have to deal with.
I think a lot of women, there's too many deal breakers.
It's a lot of deal breakers.
The fact that these men are acting cheap, that's at the top of the list. A lot of them act like they don't know that they're supposed to be providers. So I think because of that, a lot of women are just saying, you know what, fuck it. You motherfuckers, you got too much going on.
No, that's not it. We're not going to talk about other women. And I want to get other women out the equation because black women are the only women on our planet that says we don't have standards. We don't have standards, Crystal. We don't.
But we don't. So many black women are, waking up and realizing that they should have standards.
But it's too late because
these motherfuckers are not meeting our standards. So
exactly, and that's because of the Naker. That has nothing to do with you, black women. You have done nothing wrong. The Naker male has put your fucking image so low into the ground. Look, did they just not do a Netflix series on Freaknik? Do you think white folks ain't watching that? Do you think black folks are the only ones that have Netflix? Or Hulu? Or any of these other streaming channels to see what's going on?
Well, look what Quadratic said. She said, we don't get taught to have them. Oh,
we don't. We don't, but we have to get them. But what I'm telling you all right now, it's too late. And the reason why it's too late because the Naker male has tarnished our name They have tarnished our name. They have tarnished our image. We haven't tarnished our image, because I go back to when we had Girls Gone Wild and all of that stuff. You don't think those girls that was pulling out their titties and showing their ass cracks and stuff are married now and got children?
Well, all I know is I'm down with T.O. Girl. T.O. Girl said the more I listen to these male stories, it just validates my decision to be single. Because the truth is,
T.O. Girl, how old are you?
I wish T.O. Girl, you want to call up the show? I want to hear.
I didn't know how old she is.
That is in that mind frame. T.O. Girl, the number is 904. You don't have to call. It's voluntary. But if you do call, the number is 904 554 6758. If you call up the show, I've been watching you for a while now in the chat, and you are exactly fitting the title of this whole show. Married to.
She may be fitting it, but does she look like you, Crystal? Does she have your juicy, beautiful lips and your peanut butter skin, your small waist and your big ear?
If she calls the show.
That's what I thought. Because I'm a good-looking woman, and I just, it's not that I'm not able to be by myself. I was, but every woman enjoys the company of a man.
Girl,
every woman.
T.O. Girl, if you don't call up, hold up. I just want to have a good night. Hold up. T.O. Girl, if your ass don't call up this motherfucking show right now and represent your brand. Did you hear what she just said? Let that sink in. We gonna hold you to that. The number's 904. I need a little bit of help. Somebody in my lane, call up this motherfucker, please. 904 554 6758. You just dropped a bomb up in this motherfucker. She said, repeat what you said. Every woman, girl, I can't.
Every woman enjoys the company of a man.
Quadratic! Save us!
You're going to keep saying what you're saying. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I don't care. You can be without a man for 10 years. I guarantee you're going to talk about wanting to be with one. There's no woman, and that's just how I feel. And maybe I'm man-minded, but that's what I have to do to turn this shit around to be able to get what I want.
Quadratic.
And I'm not saying I'm not there doing anything. You only pay my rent, and my rent ain't a lot of money. I live in a southern state.
I can't believe. Yo, I love controversy. I love having a difference in opinion. Quadratic, where the fuck are you? Because Quadratic.
Quadratic agrees with me.
Quadratic, call up the show. Do you hear what Goddess of Thought said? Oh my God.
And that's what Quadratic said. She said it ain't too late for me because I ain't accepting bullshit. So, like I said, a woman is only going to be with a man depending on how much shit she going to take from him.
I think Quadratic has
arrived. So you can be with a man for 3 months and say, you know what, this ain't working out. You can be with a man for 10 years. We are the ones that be with them for the longest. Black women. Am I lying, Quadratic?
I think Quadratic. I think Quadratic and T.O. Girl have arrived at that destination, their final conclusion. Because everybody's different. Now you feel
how old they are. I'm 44. How old are you all?
I think T.O. Girl is 44 as well. Would y'all call up the damn show so we can have a good show? I want to hear y'all because y'all go off in the chat. Like,
you're not even. Oh, T.O. is 44. Wow, okay. Me and you the same age. Quadratic? I don't think Quadratic is even 40 yet.
Quadratic is a beast with it, though. She don't got no patience with these motherfuckers.
I love her for that, and she shouldn't have patience. Like I told y'all when I first got up here, I like a gentleman caller. You never seen Golden Girl.
Who is this? Who is this?
This is Quadratic.
Oh, shit.
Hey, guys. Hey, guys.
We got a male-minded girl versus a... Oh, my God. I got to see this shit.
Now, I'm 50-50. Goddess of thought. I get what you're saying because I've been on and off celibate for a lot of years. Exactly. I was celibate for 3 years up until December of 2022 or 2021, one of those. I think it was 2021. And oh my God. Now, I did enjoy being celibate. I really did. Because
But
you enjoy getting that thing too. You know what, though? Like I told Crystal before, I was exchanging gifts. See, I had made up in my mind it was not going to be worth it or good for me if I wasn't going to get compensated. Exactly. So I wasn't just trying to get no itch scratched. I was, okay, you're gonna do what you're supposed to do. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. We was compensating one another. Yeah.
even exchanging.
Definitely, even exchange. It wasn't about really getting no itch scratch for me. Because if it was about that, I would still be celibate to this day. I don't really care about all that. Like I feel like as a woman, and your dad take care of you. Like you said, he put he put your money, your rent money, in your pocket, in your hand today. So
We did.
as women, to me, I think that's what makes it good for me. Personally, and I think probably for you too, because as a woman, you feel stress free. It's worth it. You're not you.
And we need to give up that whole thing about men meeting our emotional needs. Stop that fallacy.
And they don't. I'm gonna tell y'all, black or white, men don't give a fuck about our emotional needs. He'll tell me straight up, you don't have no girlfriends you can talk to. That's why we need this space. That's why we need Crystal. That's why we need our girl.
Wait. Do y'all know I am on the floor with drool coming out my mouth laughing? She said men don't give a fuck about emotional needs.
It's true. I don't give a fuck how nice a woman thinks her boyfriend or her husband is. Men just pretend to be nice so they can fuck, period.
Oh!
And they want you to be all up on somebody with your do all of that stuff. That's all they want. Because
crazy.
Get around a man who all nice and he horny and he wanna fuck and he done figured out in his head that you ain't gonna let him fuck. Girl, watch how fast he goes from nice to unnice.
They don't give a fuck about emotions. I thought it was just me. Oh my God.
You learn that when you cry in front of them, they're like, the fuck? Like what I'm saying, white men at least will ask you, baby, is there anything that I can do? But tell them no. They gonna run off and scurry some goddamn way you ain't gonna be able to find them. They gonna get away from that quickly. They ain't gonna ask again. They ask that one time and that's it. Baby. Like I'm fucking with a white Jose. Like he's a Jose, but he looks white. And the main problem we be having is he does not talk. Like he will buy me whatever I want. If I ask him for money, he'll give it to me and do whatever I want. But that's the thing. Like women gotta. It's true. Men do not care about your feelings. They don't.
Damn!
And that's what we as women have failed. And we're going to expose this now on the Crystal Swirls channel, where we as women have failed is that we think men give a fuck about our problems and our tears. They want food, sex, silence. They will talk to you unless they will talk to you when the outcome is going to be some pussy at the end. And you never know. Right. After you done talking a bit and he gonna start rubbing your thigh
He tuning you out while you talking.
Yes.
He like, can we get this point out the way? So he acting like he's interested in what you saying, but he thinking about what happened at his job. He thinking about the football game. Yo, this shit is embarrassing.
Why you ain't got no food on the goddamn table? Why you gonna tell me? Well, baby, you didn't feed me till 11:30. I said, well, to 10:30. I said, well, I go to work at 11. I work 11 to 7. I'm at work right now, Crystal. I work 11 to 7. So when you come over to my house and I just woke up and I'm doing what I need to do, I would cook food when I need to cook food. Girl,
Do you know that the whole time? Do you know the whole time that you talking? After the first 2 minutes, this nigga zoning you out. He is zoning you the fuck out.
He thinking about hitting you from behind.
Yeah.
He is not thinking about what she's about.
She emotional, so she's horny. Emotions for emotional women, and I can't even say it's not even true. When we get in our emotional stage, men think, oh, she
You
horny.
know what? It's not even about them thinking we horny because we're not emotions. Men are predators.
Yeah.
Because they were designed to hunt. That's why.
If you ever watched a movie called Wedding Crashers, okay? And two of my favorite brands was in Wedding Crashers. And they said women get emotional at what? Weddings and funerals. And I'm telling you, when my husband died, yeah, I know that to be facts.
No, it's not even what it's in funerals. We emotional creatures, period. Listen, you see all the funky shit men do? Let's talk about it. Men molest, men kill, they go to war, they do all this crazy shit.
Listen.
They don't care about emotions. They really don't.
Listen, y'all, men are predators. When a man see you are emotional, you know what he thinking? Her guard is down.
Oh, shit. So that's why when I be outside listening to my music and I be getting into my shit, you know, I listen to my music, I'm clapping, I'm getting into it, I'm lip syncing. I notice when guys come up to me outside doing my karaoke, they be coming up to me because they know it's happening to my
You having fun because that's how women are. Women like to have fun. That's why women bring fun, a lot of fun to these men's boring lives because you look at these men. In order to have fun, men do stupid shit like take a little minivan size submarine and go to the bottom of the ocean. That's how desperate they are for some excitement. Women need to do all that. We can just have fun, just like doing what we do right now.
We're gonna have to get it up and go to work soon.
But you gotta understand, you know what? You know why you said that? Because testosterone is such a strong chemical that the things that it doesn't take much for us to get excited. They need a high adrenaline because testosterone is such an aggressive chemical. They need a high. That's why they're attracted to sports. It gotta be violent. It gotta be sports. It gotta be something really crazy for them to get simulated.
Exactly. And
but also too, we gotta understand that men testosterone levels are at an all-time low. Black men have the highest estrogen. So if y'all dealing with black men, you might as well just be eating some coochie because they have the highest estrogen levels of any man. But testosterone in America is at an all-time low. All-time low.
That might be true, but these niggas still want to fuck.
Oh, shit. Oh, comment of the year.
Okay. Oh, that might be true, baby, but they still.
Did you hear me say anything quadratic? I said, yep, they still, but you still got to deal with their emotions. So we as women, we have to deal with their emotions, beloved. We really do have to deal with these emotions.
And men are very emotional. Look at how tipsy they get when they cannot fuck.
Yeah, they get real scary.
Look at how they get. So
they get horrific. They get emotional. They want to sit down and talk to you for 3 hours about some shit you said in a text message. But what I had to do with that before I came to work, I had to sit down and listen about a text message that I sent before we even was together. Girl. Because I'm telling her how I felt.
They be on something else, and look at all these school shooters. What was a lot of these school shooters?
Yeah.
They cooking no pussy.
Yeah.
And you know what? You don't never see no school shooter that's a girl. I'll wait.
It was one girl, but guess what?
She was transitioning to be a man.
Identified as a man, though.
Yep. The last school shooter, yeah.
She probably was on testosterone.
Yes, she was.
See? Baby, Krista, we're getting into some things tonight.
But my thing is,
She was a trans man. Yeah, she was transitioning.
Guess what? She had a crush on this girl that did not want her back.
Yep.
And so she was very male-minded that way.
Yep.
they are scary. I'm sorry. Listen, I know what you're saying. Now that little comment that you said earlier, Goddess Thor, that's what I kind of clash with you. Because those of us who have had traumatic experiences with male creatures, those of us who know their nature and who know these motherfuckers, we can't even connect on an emotional level with them.
Exactly.
Like, so for you to say what you said, like women can't live without men, girl, are you crazy?
No, I didn't say women can't live without men. I said me personally, I've been through that stage. I really have. But no, I really want to be in a relationship.
That's what I
We wouldn't be out here talking and discussing what we're discussing if a lot of us, not all of us, but a lot of us want to be in a relationship. I don't have any children. And I do want somebody I can grow old with. I do want somebody that I can be in a relationship with. That's just something.
Okay, y'all. I'm gonna cut this off right now. I'll probably review the rest of it at some point, but I have to get ready for work. I actually fell asleep listening to them go on and on and on. Somebody came through here a few times. I don't know who it was, but during these lives, I'm used to having, my little core audience with me. But I was alone in this one, and I got bored, and I actually fell asleep. I did. But my alarm just went off, and so it's time for me to get up and go make some money. So, yeah, I may listen to the rest of this at some point. I don't know. But anyway, I gotta go. They can marry themselves or whatever they're talking about. But anyway, until next time.